Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm Reverend Laura Hallett, and it's my pleasure to be here with you. This is that time in the week when we just take a look at the principles we're talking about and how do we put them into practical application in our lives. How do we actually make this stuff work for us? So this month we're talking about love, and I was, it's one of my practices is to Google to see what the latest things about the topics that I'm working on are. What's the latest thing out there about them? What are people saying about each of these things? And so, yeah, Googling love is, I don't know, it was like 3 billion hits or something like that. It was crazy number of hits on the topic of love. And so, since our first week is about how do we bring this into our lives more in a more personal way, I Googled tips for loving myself. That's what I said. Tips for loving myself. And so came up with all of these lists of 33 ways to love yourself better, 13 practical ways to bring more love into your life, ways so you can love yourself through your work. And it was just one thing after another, just, numbers and numbers of things on there. So there's a lot of information out there about love, about how to love yourself. And what I got from all of that is that we kind of have to find the way that works for us. We have to find the thing that is working for us and the thing that's working for us at that moment in our life. Because it's not, just because it works now doesn't mean it's going to work 2 weeks from now or 2 months from now. And just because it doesn't work now doesn't mean it won't work for us in the future. And so finding those ways to bring more love into our lives for ourselves is really powerful. The things that I have found for myself that really work is to cut myself a break. We all make mistakes in life. We all do things that we regret, things we wish we hadn't done or wish we had done better. But to give myself a break when I fall short of my expectations of myself, just to, give myself a little slack there, to allow myself to have space to be human, to be fallible, to be a person who is capable of making mistakes. This whole idea of perfectionism that we have. I spoke about this a little bit on Sunday. We think that we need to be perfect in so many things, and then we get so down on ourselves when we fall short of that idea of perfection. And as Brene Brown says in her book, The Gift of Imperfection, that shame is the reason for perfectionism. That is the root cause of perfectionism, is the feeling of shame that we have, because we feel like we've fallen short in some areas for something, and so we think, well, we've got to do it perfectly. And a lot of this stuff has come to us subconsciously. We don't even realize what we're doing. Like, when we were a child, we might have done something, put our heart and soul into a project, and we show it to our parents, and one of them says, oh, that's nice. And what we take on is, well, that wasn't very good, that's for sure. They didn't have a very nice reaction, when we don't even understand what our parents could be going through at that moment, to where, at least they said something decent, kind to us. I mean, it wasn't necessarily the reaction that we were hoping for, but the shame that we internalize from that is what leads us to want to be perfect in everything that we do. And falling short of that goal that we've set for ourselves is one of the things that will bring us down very quickly. And so, just cut ourselves some slack. Be a little more gentle with yourselves, There's a wonderful song out there by Karen Drucker called I Will Be Gentle with Myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. Just give ourselves a little bit of a break, and I think that can lead to us feeling a greater sense of love for ourselves in our lives. So anyway, we're going to continue talking about love for the rest of the month, so I hope you continue to join us here on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. for Keeping It Real. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.